Welcome in to the USL Pro Weekend Preview. My name's Nicholas Murray, very pleased to be joined by Jake Edwards as we take a look ahead to three of the weekend's matchups in USL Pro. Starting on Friday night as the Charlotte Eagles make their debut this season, hosting the Dayton Dutch Lions at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, Charlotte, runner-up in USL Pro last season, obviously played in that thrilling championship game, but they've added some really nice pieces to the squad this year. Bilal Duckett, Wells Thompson, Zach Boggs all come in with MLS experience. This is a team that may be looking to push on and reach the top four, contend for a title this season.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Charlotte play this season. Coach Steffens has been really busy in the off-season. He's got some great talent coming in with MLS experience and international experience. I think they're going to try to pick up where they left off. I mean, you've had a fantastic year last year. They got to the finals and scored 4 goals in a championship final and still lost. So incredible. I think they'll be looking to get back there again and get over the line. And with some of these exciting players they're bringing in, I think they'll be a force to be reckoned with this season.
Certainly could be. Now, Dayton obviously is coming in off a loss against the New York Red Bulls reserves last Sunday. There were some nice glimpses though, and Matt Walker came on in the last 20 minutes, showed some nice spark. Maybe he and Ryan Finley could be the combination that will unlock the Eagles' defence and provide that scoring punch.
Yeah, I think this could be the year for Dayton. They've worked really hard in the off-season, on and off the field. They've brought some great talent in. Mike and Sid and Kuhn, fantastic guys, and worked really hard, tirelessly, non-stop. And the fruits of their labour are paying off now with the affiliation with Columbus, and they've got a new venue and some really exciting announcements that they're going to be making in the coming months. Well supported by the Orange Legion. So I think really exciting times ahead. Tough way to start the season with a New York Red Bulls away. Despite the results, I think there's always things you can take away, and I think Sid will find a lot of positives in that result. Looking ahead to this game, it's no less a competition. They're playing against a really tough Charlotte side. But it's a good chance for Sid to really stamp his style on the team, make a name for himself now as a coach in our league, and I think he's going to have some good players there to work with. So I think they just need to get out Charlotte early, and it'd be nice to get a couple of goals under the belt.
Certainly would be. Well, moving on to Saturday night, we head to Legion Stadium in Wilmington as the Hammerheads play host to the Harrisburg City Islanders. Now, this has been a remarkable off-season for the Hammerheads. They've rebranded the club, they've brought in a new general manager, a new ownership group, tremendous partnership with Toronto FC. Some familiar faces coming back, though. We have Cody Arnu, Paul Nicholson. So there's obviously some continuation there, along with David Irving remaining as head coach. Very exciting home opener for the Hammerheads and the Port City firm up there, their supporters group.
Yeah, that's right. I think over a decade now, there's been a lot of continuity at the Hammerheads, and now in 1 year there's been a real upheaval. But a lot of exciting things are happening, and the new ownership group have a really good vision for the organisation, so we're very excited to see where they go. In 1 year they've began some exciting projects such as the rebrand, doing a lot of stuff in the community now. Obviously the partnership with Toronto hopefully will start bearing some fruit with some of the quality players they're bringing down. But they've got the continuity, like you said, with David Irving and some of the senior players from last year. So I think it can be a challenge to meld all those pieces together, but I think they've got the people there to do it.
Definitely have. Now, Harrisburg, they're also going to have to meld some new pieces together as well, with Thiago Lopez coming in as the club's new president, and he's been able to bring in some very interesting players from overseas. You have Edinho Jr., who has pedigree playing for Blackburn Rovers in England, Clésio Bauquet coming in from Portugal. So there's some very nice pieces to add to the Jan Ekras that are returning to this squad.
Yeah, it's really exciting. A real nice flavour and spice to the team. So we're looking forward to seeing how those players do in our league. I think they're going to contribute massively. I know Bill's been working really hard in the off-season with Thiago to bring in some of those international players and to blend them in with what they have currently and with the players that are going to be on loan from the union. So very exciting times ahead for the organisation. They continually work hard, the ownership group. There's going to be some exciting announcements coming in the next few months, no least the recent announcement of the stadium plans. So I think everything's going really well there. We're excited to see how they go.
Well, heading out to the West Coast, we see the introduction of the OKC Energy FC this Saturday night as they visit the Orange County Blues at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this is Energy FC's debut. Coach Jimmy Nielsen has assembled an interesting squad. Michael Thomas named captain on Thursday, Gareth Evans vice-captain, two solid veteran presences. But there's also some very exciting young talent like Pete Caringi and Paul Wyatt on this roster as well.
Yeah. You mentioned Paul Wyatt. I know of Paul Wyatt. Of course, he went to the university where I played, so a little bit after me. But so I have seen him play, and I know he's an exciting player. I think Jimmy's got a good balance there. You know, for a first-year team in our league, he's got a good balance of some veterans. He's bringing some good young players through, and some good players coming in from Sporting KC. So I think he's going to get a nice flavour. And I think they're going to really play in his style, and his experience with Sporting KC will probably bring a bit of that flavour to it as well. I can very hard-working, high-pressing team, so I think he's going to demand a lot from them and get a lot out of them.
And that'll obviously offer a challenge to a Blues side that's looking to rebound from defeat to the LA Galaxy 2 in its opening game. They have had a couple of weeks to regroup, though, get some good training sessions under their belt, and you know they're going to want to come out and impress their fans at their home opener at Antietam Stadium.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, there's a playoff side from last year. You know, a very strong side. There will be again. You know, once they get, once the wheels start going. You know, they had an early game there against a very tough side. And they've got a long season ahead. I think I'll be looking to some of the senior players like Alan Russell to really calm things down and steady the ship and work with some of the younger players that they're bringing in. But they've done a lot of work in the off-season, you know, and the ownership group's working tremendously hard. They've rebranded, they've moved location. I'd like to see, I know they're working really hard in the community, but I'd like to see the fans in that area to come out and really support the team and get behind them and help make them a new success and help build a fortress of a home for them in their new location.
Well, we hope you will join us for all of this weekend's games on YouTube, and we hope you'll also join us on Monday as we take a look back on all of the weekend's action. Until then, for Jake, my name's Nicholas. Thanks for joining us.